large university classroom. The room is full of students sitting in rows. Their notebooks are open and pens are ready. Everyone is prepared to learn. At the front of the room stands a psychology professor. She is middle-aged and experienced. She is not the kind of teacher who only talks. She is the kind who makes students think and understand life. In her right hand, she holds a simple glass of water. It is clear, ordinary, and looks completely normal. Nothing special at all. She lifts the glass above her head and holds it there. Then she looks at the students and asks a very simple question. How heavy is this glass of water? The students look at one another. A few hands go up. One student says, maybe 200 grams. Another says, I think it's around 250 grams. A third student adds, I'd say about 300 grams. The professor smiles. She nods her head slowly. Then she says something that changes how everyone in that room understands stress. The exact weight doesn't matter, she says, still holding the glass. What really matters is how long I hold it. She pauses so everyone can think. If I hold this glass for 1 minute, she continues, there is no problem. I don't feel pain. It feels light. Then she says, if I hold it for 1 hour, my arm will start to hurt. The pain will grow slowly. She raises her arm a little higher and says, but if I hold this glass all day, my arm will become numb. I won't be able to move it. I may even need to go to the hospital. The classroom becomes completely quiet. Everyone is listening carefully now. They understand this is not just about a glass of water. The glass hasn't changed, the professor says. The water hasn't changed. But the longer I hold it, the heavier it feels. Then she explains the lesson. Stress and worries in life are exactly like this glass, she says. If you think about a problem for a short time, it doesn't hurt you. If you think about it longer, it starts to hurt. If you think about it all day, every day, you become stuck. You can't move forward. You feel paralyzed. She slowly puts the glass down on the desk. Remember this, she says softly. You have to put the glass down. Here is the truth about stress that most people don't talk about. Stress does not destroy you because it is heavy. It destroys you because you carry it for too long. One worry held for 5 minutes is manageable. The same worry held for 5 years becomes unbearable. Now think about your own life. What are you holding right now? Maybe it is a mistake you made in the past. You keep replaying it in your mind. You still feel ashamed. You still carry it every day. Maybe it is something someone said to you. A criticism. An insult. A rejection. It happened months ago, but you are still holding it. You still feel the pain. Maybe it is fear about the future. What if I fail? What if they don't like me? What if I'm not good enough? These questions have no clear answers, but you carry them anyway. Or maybe it is anger toward someone who hurt you. That person has moved on. They forgot. But you didn't. You are still angry. Still holding the glass. Ask yourself honestly, how long have you been holding it? Days? Months? Years? How heavy does it feel now? Does your arm hurt? Does it feel numb? Do you even remember what it feels like to put it down? Here is the hard truth. The original problem, the mistake, the insult, the failure was small. Maybe it weighed 200 grams. It happened once. It was a moment in time. But carrying it for years makes it feel like tons. Not because the problem got bigger, but because you never put it down. The glass never changes. But if you hold it long enough, it feels impossible to carry. Most people make the same mistake. When their arm starts to hurt, they think, I need to be stronger. I need to endure more. I need to toughen up. So they grip tighter. They try harder. They tell themselves, I can handle this. But that is not the solution. That is the trap. The solution is not stronger arms. The solution is putting the glass down. Yet we resist this idea. We believe that putting it down means we are weak. We think it means giving up. We think holding the glass proves we are strong. But real strength is knowing when to let go. You keep holding the glass. At first, your arm starts to hurt. You feel the pain, but you ignore it. You tell yourself it's not a big deal. You keep holding on. The pain slowly gets worse. Your muscles tighten. You grit your teeth and try to endure it. You say, I can handle this. Then one day, something changes. Your arm goes numb. Completely numb. You don't feel pain anymore. But you also don't feel strength. You can't move your arm. You're stuck. You're paralyzed. This is exactly what chronic stress does to you. This is what happens when you hold your worries for too long. First, you feel the pain. Then, you get used to the pain. Then, you feel nothing at all. You become numb, empty, exhausted, burned out, depressed. Not because you are weak, but because you held the glass for too long. The strongest thing you can do is not holding on forever. The strongest thing you can do is knowing when to put the glass down. Now let's be practical, because life gives us many different glasses. And each glass needs a different response. Some glasses are filled with the past. They contain things that already happened. Mistakes you made. Chances you missed. People who left. Opportunities that passed you by. You cannot change these things. You never could. You never will. Yet many people hold this glass for years. They believe that if they hold it long enough, somehow the past will change. Somehow the story will rewrite itself. It won't. Put this glass down. Not because you don't care. Not because you're giving up. But because carrying the past destroys your present. Learn the lesson. Take the wisdom. Leave the pain. Put the glass down. Some glasses contain what other people think of you. The criticism from your boss. The judgment from your family. The rejection from someone you loved. You carry their words. You replay them in your mind. You let them define who you are. But here is the truth. Other people's opinions are their problem, not yours. Their words reflect their perspective, not your value. You don't need to carry their judgments. You don't need to prove them wrong. Put this glass down. Not because you're weak, but because it was never your burden to carry. Some glasses contain the future. Things that haven't happened yet. Failures you imagine. Disasters you fear. Rejections you expect. You worry about them constantly. You prepare for them endlessly. You stress about them every day. But they haven't happened. And they may never happen. And even if they do happen, worrying now won't stop them. Worrying is like paying interest on a debt you might never owe. Put this glass down. Not because you're careless or naive, but because the future isn't here yet. When it comes, you'll deal with it then. Not now. But not all glasses should be put down forever. Some glasses contain real problems that need real action. If your job makes you miserable, that is a real glass. But putting it down doesn't mean ignoring it. It means resting first, then acting. Update your resume. Learn new skills. Apply somewhere else. If your relationship is broken, that is a real glass. Putting it down means you stop carrying the pain every minute of the day. Then, when you're rested, you talk. You decide. You take action. If your health is suffering, that is a real glass. Putting it down means stop worrying constantly. Then see a doctor. Change your habits. Ask for help. Putting the glass down does not mean avoiding problems. It means stopping the constant stress so you have the energy to solve them. You cannot fix anything when your arm is paralyzed from holding the glass too long. Now you might be thinking, I understand all this. But how do I actually put the glass down? I've been holding it for so long, I don't even remember how. Here are some real, practical ways. First, write it out and burn it. Take a piece of paper. Write down everything you're holding. The fear, the regret, the anger, the worry. All of it. Don't hold back. Then burn the paper. Watch it turn into ash. It's symbolic, yes. But symbols matter. You're telling your brain, I'm putting this down now. Second, set a worry time. If you can't stop worrying, don't try to stop completely. Instead, schedule it. Say, I will worry from 7 to 7:15 p.m. During those 15 minutes, worry as much as you want. But outside that time, you put the glass down. It sounds strange, but it works. Your brain learns that worry has a place. It's not 24/7 anymore. Third, ask this question, is this glass mine? Whenever you feel stressed, ask yourself, is this really my problem, or am I holding someone else's glass? Are you stressed about your mother's health because she refuses to take care of herself? That's her glass. Put it down. Are you stressed about your friend's bad decisions? That's their glass. Put it down. You can care without carrying. You can love without holding their burden. Finally, the 24-hour rule. When something upsets you, allow yourself to feel it fully for 24 hours. Cry. Be angry. Feel the pain. But after 24 hours, make a choice. Either take action or put the glass down. Because holding it forever will only paralyze you. Run if you need to. Cry if you need to. Write everything out. Process it in your own way. Do whatever helps you release what you're feeling. But after 24 hours, put the glass down. Not because your pain is fake. Not because it doesn't matter. But because carrying it longer helps no one, especially not you. And remember this. Sometimes you can't put the glass down by yourself. Sometimes it's too heavy. And that's okay. Talk to someone. A friend. A family member. A therapist. Anyone who can gently say, here, let me help you put that down. There is no shame in needing help. There is no weakness in asking. Being human means sometimes the glass is too heavy to carry alone. Now let me tell you what happens when you finally put the glass down after holding it for too long. At first, nothing happens. You feel strange. Your hands feel empty. You feel lost. Almost uncomfortable. That's because holding the glass became part of who you are. It became part of your routine. Part of your identity. You might even reach for it again without thinking. Your hand searches for the familiar weight. Your mind searches for the familiar worry. Resist that urge. Leave the glass down. Slowly, something begins to change. Your arm stops aching. The numbness fades. Feeling returns. Movement returns. And then you realize something powerful. You were using so much energy just to hold that glass. And now that energy is free. You start noticing things again. The sky. Music. Laughter. The taste of food. Small joys you forgot existed because stress blinded you. You sleep better. Not because your life suddenly became perfect, but because your mind is no longer holding glasses while you sleep. You have patience again. For yourself. For others. For the slow, messy process of being human. You feel lighter. Not because you lost weight, but because you stopped carrying weight that was never meant for you. This is freedom. Not a life without problems, but a life where you stop holding problems that can't be solved by holding them. And here is the final truth. The most important truth. The glass will still be there tomorrow. If you put your worry down today and tomorrow it still matters, you can pick it up again. You can look at it calmly. You can solve it. But most of the time, when you put the glass down and come back the next day, you realize something surprising. I don't need this anymore. This isn't worth carrying. This problem is smaller than I thought. Problems shrink when you stop gripping them constantly. So tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself, what glasses am I holding? What stress am I carrying? What worry am I gripping tightly? And just for tonight, put them down. All of them. Set them aside. Tomorrow they'll still exist if they truly need your attention. But tonight rest. Your arms are tired. Your mind is tired. Your soul is tired. You've been holding on for too long. Put down the glass. Not forever. Not permanently. Just for now. Just for tonight. Feel your arms relax. Feel the weight lift. Feel the freedom of empty hands. This is Feel Learns English. And I'm telling you from the heart. You've carried the glass long enough. It's time to rest.